bit. Maybe Jorber's probably right behind me,
Yeah.
knowing him.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see. I want to see how the lighting's set up. Okay. So yeah. Also, who's behind you? Jorp would be behind you, and then
I think the rest of us will stay back a little ways so we don't interfere with their stealthing.
okay.
I don't stab anybody without my buddy Jorp nearby anymore. That's my new go-to. Yeah.
You don't discriminate on stabbing.
Friends don't stab alone. They don't let other friends stab alone.
Who's behind Jorp?
Omi will probably be next in line, but I'll stay back. I give him like 25, 30 feet distance, so so I don't trip over anything and screw up their stealthing.
Very good. Yeah, and we'll say Zero, you're still on the steps there. But as you guys, make your way up this dizzying, very tall staircase, you come into, like a 25, 30 by 30 foot room. And, it's a stone chamber, and it has an enormous cracked bell that is kind of buckling because this is just so old, and it has like this bell tower inside, and it's partially collapsed, so there's like braces broken from the ceiling and stuff like that. And the air seems to be much warmer up here, simply because you can kind of see daylight coming in, and the air is much cleaner, and it's sort of like, no pun intended, it is a breath of fresh air to be up here,
which is good because I crop dusted about the last 10 feet or so.
Did you
up
crop dust the entire stairwell going up? Just
What do you eat?
I can just imagine Jorb saying, what's going on here?
I smell bacon.
Oh, okay.
I think it's that troglodyte.
This is disgusting, but this is a story I have to tell because this just brought back an old Dave's real life story moment. There used to be a restaurant where I lived in Florida called Shoney's, and it used to have a all-you-could-eat breakfast buffet. Well, my friend Tim, I'm not a big bacon connoisseur. I'm more of a breakfast sausage connoisseur, and I would get like 20 sausage patties every time we'd go in there, but he would get like a full plate of bacon, and he would do this a couple times. And when we got out to his truck, it was his turn to drive that day because we carpooled because we worked overnights. And when we were driving to my house to drop me off, all of a sudden I started smelling bacon. I mean, like if the pan of bacon was sitting on the dashboard in front of me. And he said, "Dude, my fart smells like bacon." And I just started getting gaggy. I was like, "Oh my God, Dad said." And I was enjoying it. The creepy thing is I was enjoying the smell. I'm like,
in my mouth.
yeah, I'm like, this bacon smells awesome. But disgusting. Anyways, sorry, Dave's real life story. It's disgusting. And then I started like getting all gaggy after that. So yeah. So thanks for bringing that memory up. That was, probably 25 years ago. That was a long time ago. Dude. Oh my goodness. So as we're carpet bombing, talking about bacon smelling farts, everything inside of this room, the bell is kind of, it is dilapidated. A lot of the braces and framing is broken, so it's kind of hanging there. And there's all kinds of tangled cobwebs and stuff. And there's also a desiccated Zolgoth corpse that's hanging in the room. And it's suspended in midair by a bunch of cobwebs and stuff. And as you guys can see where this is on the map as you enter the room. And then there's also a door. But there are lots of cobwebs and stuff all over the place.
Do we use the exploration rules?
What exploration rules would you like to use?
Well, I mean, like, so if I'm scouting, we get a +1 initiative, or if we're sneaking, then it's possible that they don't see us at the beginning of the round, that sort of thing.
Doesn't it give you examples for outdoor and indoor? I think.
I think it's just exploration. I did make a chart for one of my games last night. I could probably share it with you.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna write down exploration. That's also something that I wanted to
research.
Yeah, research a little bit, and so yeah, I'll check that out. So yeah, I'll give you a +1 bonus to perception if you want to use the exploration rules. I'm totally cool with that. I just need to get a little bit more.
Well, I'm being sneaky. I was just asking for future.
So you can also, I do remember glancing at it, but it allows you to add bonuses to like different skill checks, if I'm not mistaken, right? You mentioned stealth and stuff.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that. But yeah, we could definitely go with a +1 circumstantial. So for stealth for the two of you up front.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys think as you are?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's not good.
Moving into the room.
Probably because I turned around and was like, "Sorry, I accidentally farted." A second time.
Very nice, Joe.
I made those yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I made them last night.
Total nerd alert. I like it. Are those both the same thing? Oh no.
Well,
yeah,
one's
different
just
for Age of Ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So with the exploration mode, I also believe that there's a check involved, right? Or no, I don't think there is actually a check involved from what I remember. I think it's just you get but anyways, I'll take a look at those and I'll take a look at those for next week for sure. So those are definitely nice, and if you don't mind, I may use those also, Joe. So
in my game I plan on just putting them in there and then putting people's tokens on it so I don't have to keep asking them what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's that would be great. Hint, hint, hint for the future upcoming Theater of Mind update.
So with this, it looks like avoid notice. You move at half speed, and then you can use stealth for your initiative. Enemies may not see you. So we may have been doing that wrong because I've always just been on initiative, been rolling either perception or stealth. But I guess you have to be doing that actively before you can use your stealth as your initiative roll. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I always take into consideration your stealthing anyway.
Yeah, because we've been normally saying, hey, we're sneaking up,
Instead of every time you move, I'm going to do another stealth roll. I'm going to move another 10 feet. I'm going to do another 5 feet. Yeah, so I automatically assume that you guys
stealthy characters are stealthy.
Yeah. And then if there's anything like a tripwire pressure plate, then I always do a check to see, because in Pathfinder there's checks to see if people notice. So then I'll go to that trap or whatever.
That's good.
So, but I always take into consideration, because I know you guys aren't going to be just walking on down the hall. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. I know that. Yeah. So
cool. So what do we need? A perception roll when we come in to see? I mean, assuming there's a dude hanging in a spider web. Yeah. First thing Emu's going to do is start looking around for giant ass spiders hiding in corners or something like that.
You don't see any. I mean, you see a ton of webs, but as you move in, then you'll be able to see more of the room as you move in. But no, off first glance, no, you don't have spiders jumping on you as soon as you are inside of this bell tower. And as you can see to your right, that is the Zolgath corpse. Yes. And you also see a door on the right-hand side.
So I'll kind of, when I see the room and all the cobwebs, I'll like look back and hold my finger up to my lips to be like quiet, and I'll sneak in a little bit more and just tell them,
Yeah.
I'll kind of wait until I hear Omi coming around the corner, and then I'll be like, I'll motion at him and be like,
homie will come around the corner and tell Zero to put his hand up, tell Zero to stay still while they check the room out.
I nod.
Okay. All right. So just kind of looking around the room, checking. I guess we can check the corpse in the spider web. Does this door seem to be closed? I guess I'll make sure the door's shut fully first.
It definitely is closed. There's no doubt about that.
If I'm confident there's nothing moving or alive in this room, then I think I'd probably stop and check that corpse.
All right. So you can definitely check the corpse sounds. And like I said, you can definitely tell that it's a Zolgath.
Kind of cut the webbing off of it, maybe?
Yeah, and it's all spun up and stuff like that. So, yeah, you break out a knife. You said you wanted to kind of cut it and kind of check it and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Sure. And you're just
kind of opening it up to look and see if what's inside, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Zolgath. Does it still smell bad?
It does. It definitely smells bad. And
that time it's a Zolgath. It's not me.
Give me a stealth check also while you're doing this.
Smells like bacon.
Smells like bacon. And this is as you're starting, to cut away all of the, the mess with the, webbing and stuff. So as you're cutting it open, all of a sudden, as you kind of open up the webbing, the corpse itself kind of rips open. You could, at the last second, you can see a bunch of like crude stitchings rip. And as it opens up, it releases a cloud of these sort of like
spiders.
Ectoplasmic, no, not spiders, these very sharp ectoplasmic crystals, sort of like almost like a fine dust. And I need you and Mr. Jorp to give me a I need a fortitude saving throw from both of you. As this corpse just kind of opens up.
Oh,
Sounds like
I'll use my hero point on that one. I want to re-roll that bad boy.
And Jorp, same with you. Would you like to re-roll that or keep that? Wow. Oh my goodness, you used up all your rolls.
I just want to find out what this is,
I'm not gonna do the hero point yet.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely find out what it is, Mr. Emu, as you take a breathe, you breathe in, and all of a sudden your lungs feel like they are on fire, and they are
evidently I try to catch all of it. I like plug one nose hole and sniff in as much as I can, and then I switch to the other side and get the rest of it. Yeah.
Old Doug showed us how to do it.
That's good stuff.
So that's an ectoplasmic explosion, and both of you have failed. So I am going to give you a little bit of damage. And when I mean a little bit, I do mean just a little bit.
You mean like 10 minutes of damage?
No.
Or 20 minutes of damage?
No. Jorp, you're going to take 7 poison damage. And Emu, you are going to take...
double barrel.
7 damage. And your lungs are on fire. And, you are actually kind of feeling weird. So you are stupefied 1 as well. All right.
Can we breathe out the fire now? I mean, it feels like I've got fire. I'm like,
it's like eating like a ghost pepper for the first time. It seems like it's getting worse.
Last time I had it was like a bottle of tiger sauce that I squaffed down.
You know what? One of my viewers actually emailed me or sent me something on Discord about that night when I ate that whole bottle or drank that whole bottle of tiger sauce. Yeah, that was messed up. I actually had to go to the doctor over that. Oh, that was not good. So
Hey, Jorp, can we breathe? Teach me how to breathe fire. I need to get this fire out. I'd rather come out the front end than the back end. Because my pants, I just sewed them up.
You're going to blow them out again.
I actually breathed poison. Which made me think, I was like, why am I rolling so low? And I just realized that my fortitude should be expert. Because I am a poison kobold.
Uh-oh.
But I fixed it.
Did you fix it?
Yeah.
What would the roll? What was the expert bonus? Was it like 2 more or 3 more or something like that?
So it was +9.
It would
now it's +11.
Okay, yeah. So you would still be affected by this because it was actually a pretty high DC. So, well, it seems like it's a high DC, but with your bonuses and stuff always continually going up, So, yeah, you would still be affected with that. Okay, so we are gonna come back to that here in a little bit. So, seeing that Emu and Jorp is gone, Omi, what would you like to do as you kind of move in?
I'm kind of looking into the room and seeing what's going on, and I see this like cloud of spores or whatever it is affect them.
Yeah.
So I want to rush in and use my medicine skills to try to find out what's going on, but I don't want to rush into a cloud if there's still a cloud there.
Yeah, there's still a cloud, sort of like in the radius to where they're at. So it would pretty much engulf this 10-foot area.
Oh, okay. I'll ask them to come over here out of the cloud and take a look at them.
Yeah, it would basically engulf.
Both nostrils was a bad idea. It was just that wasn't very well thought out.
So I have expert skill in medicine, so I can treat wounds and treat diseases, or treat poison and treat disease as well. But first I want to find out what's going on with them.
So you just want to ascertain the situation on what's going on.
Yeah.
So would it be the DC of the actual the effect, or would it be based off of DC medicine? Is there like a generic DC for? I think it might go off of like levels, right? Whatever your skill check DC would be for your level, right?
It says each poison or disease has its own DC.
Okay, so yeah, it would use the DC of the actual effect itself, or the poison, or whatever. Okay, I gotcha.
But that's if I'm treating. But I just want to generally find out what's going on first.
Sure, and that would be based off of the same DC, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so.
All right.
So I'm rolling medicine check.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down medicine. I need to reread that, even though I've reread it a couple times.
It says a treat poison is you go against the DC of the poison, and if you succeed, you have a +2 circumstance bonus to the next saving throw.
Yeah, or +4 for critical.
Or +4 critical, yeah.
For a crit, okay.
But if you critically fail, then it's -2.
That would suck.
And then diseases are similar, it looks like.
Yeah, this is definitely a poison.
Emo made that cloud, not me.
So I'm going to take out my healer's kit tools and try to give them some bonuses. Try to fight off this poison.
I mean, it seemed like a good idea.
But it smells like bacon. Ooh, wow, nice. Critical fail.
I'll go ahead and spend my hero point on that.
All right.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, you've never seen this before. You've never seen this poison before. But it seems like it's actually pretty vicious. So as Zero, you're up close to the top of the stairs now.
Yeah, I barely know what's going on, guys. I just know there's some stinking and some. Jesus, what's going on up here? I'm gonna hang back. I'm not going in there, so
sure.
I
really don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna hang back.
All right.
If you guys could come down here.
Did the cloud kind of like fall back down to the ground over by that corpse?
It is starting to settle a little bit, and it looks like it's starting to disperse a little bit. But it's just not coagulated and just frozen there, and so it does after about 6 seconds or so. And we'll go to the next round. So why don't both of you give me another saving throw, another fortitude saving throw. All right, so it looks like both of those were fails again. So let's give you a little bit more damage. Jorp, you take 16 more. Emu, you take 8 more. As it's like eating that ghost pepper. It's just getting tougher and tougher, and it's getting a little bit harder to breathe, and it just has such a burning as you basically inhale to breathe.
He starts pounding. It's just like, oh, I got this one. Yep. Ooh, my forehead is sweating now. Whoa, this is a spicy one.
Got the burns.
You got the burns.
I hope it didn't burn on the way out.
Oh, and you're also stupefied 2 as well, so I'll need to change that in the...
So what is stupefied 1 and 2? Does it mean is it like actions you lose? Is you're just kind of like focused on that 100%?
That's a new one that we haven't used yet. So stupefied, one of the 150 different conditions that Pathfinder 2 has. And I love Pathfinder 2, but that is the only thing that I kind of don't like about Pathfinder 2 is the 50 different conditions. But that's okay. If that's the only thing that I don't like, the game's in pretty good shape. So your thoughts and instincts are clouded. Stupefied always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to this value on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks and DCs, including will saving throws, spell attack rolls, spell DCs, and skill checks. So it's like a medical commercial at 4 o'clock in the morning where everything happens to you, including death. All skill checks and ability scores. So anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC equal to 5 plus your stupefied value. Right. So if you're trying to cast Magic Missile at, you stupefied 2, it would be a 7 DC. That would be for 0 or, whoever else is doing anything. So I do like the flat check involved with that. That's actually pretty cool. So, but yeah, you guys are both stupefied 2 as well. So, and I'll just kind of modify those a little bit. So
I'm going to go over and look at that, the carcass that we opened up. See if now that I've opened it up and already dispersed the stuff, does it have anything else on it? As I'm kind of choking.
Yeah, so inside of as you're dying of poison, you are able to find a couple of other pieces of trinkets and baubles and stuff it looks like they've been placed inside of this corpse. Obviously, the Zolgath didn't eat this stuff, but there are a couple of things, and you pull one item out. And this is a token. You've seen these types of tokens and trinkets and stuff before. So this is a feather token. And it's just, a simple feather from some exotic bird. And the feather shaft has been dipped in gold. And it bears a single arcane rune. And you know that this is probably some type of magical talisman. So
I'll hand that over to 0, 10, and or Omi, whoever's closer. Hey, yes. That's like one of those things that you guys collect.
Yeah. There's also a small figurine, and when you pull it out, you're like, what the heck is...
Is it a gerbil?
No, but it's unique.
I don't know how that got in there.
Gosh. We'll be back at midnight tonight. For the ERP hour. This is actually it's like a little wondrous figurine, And it is a little statuette, a couple inches long, and it is in the shape of a candy cane, like a stick of candy. I mean, absolutely weird, but there's, some runes and inscriptions in it.
What are these cats spoke into?
This is definitely this is definitely weird. So I've added that as well. But you can definitely tell that this is these are little trinkets or talismans.
I'll cast Detect Magic if you bring him over.
Yep.
You don't want to go inside of the cloud?
I'll bring him over. Man,
Yeah,
this burning is just staying with me though. Oh.
Okay.
Is Detect Magic a 0 level, or is that like a focus, or?
Oh, it's just a cantrip, but
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
heightens with level though, so it tells you more as you level up.
So
I'll link it here.
what does yours tell you right now? So because I know there's multiple ways of detecting items if they're magic, what they are, etc., with all kinds of different skill checks. So okay, so at 3rd level, you can also pinpoint the source of the highest level magic, like for imprecise sense. You don't learn the exact location, but okay, that makes no sense. Detect magic. Yeah, they're definitely, both of those are definitely magic, and the staff is also magic 0.
Another staff.
You should like dual wield staffs.
I got a bunch of staffs behind me. It looks like a fan now. I think I got like 2 or 3 staffs right now.
There's no illusion magic, so.
I guess I'll hold on to him.
Yeah, so
All right, I'll cast it too. I have Detect Magic, so.
The school of magic for the feather token is Conjuration. And the candy figurine has Conjuration as well as the school of magic. Because your Detect Magic also allows you to know the
Conjure candy cane, maybe?
Yeah.
We can get them identified later.
Yeah, this definitely is. Here, put in my pack.
I got one of those feather tokens that does a holly bush. I think we identified that earlier.
Yeah, this feather token is in the shape of a tree.
Mm.
Yeah, of a tree.
Cool. But it looks different than the other feather token we already have. Like the rune is not the same rune. Okay.
No. A couple of them are the same, but yeah, it's definitely different from your bush to the tree. So, yeah. So what say you, adventurers? I think everybody has acted.
We gotta get the wait for this poison to run its course, hopefully, or die.
Yeah.
One of those two things.
Yeah, we'll do one more quick roll as the next round happens. Jorp, you're gonna take a total of 18 damage. Emu, you take 18 damage. But go ahead.
We didn't get a fortitude on this one?
Yeah, go ahead. You're going to fail him anyway, so.
You probably will.
Yeah, go ahead. I stand corrected.
Oh!
I stand corrected. Oh, I definitely stand corrected. So let's go ahead and we'll negate this.
Jorp should get like 3 extra hero points for that one. That was cool. Calling out the GM.
I was like, well, you guys have failed twice already. There's no way. And then, of course, good call, Jorp. So, yeah, after this, 20, 30 seconds of excruciating, you were literally, thinking, am I going to be able to breathe? And it's starting to subside now as after, this last, you guys have actually manned up on fortitude and you've basically started to shake it off. So it seems like.
Hey, Zero, try some of this, man. I bet you can't hang with it. Try it. Just sniff up like a little pile of that stuff.
I can't do that. I can't even do hot peppers. See my nose run and stuff? Come on.
Yeah.
This is like pencil shavings coming out of your orifices.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, you guys are now, the pain is subsiding. So what say you, adventurers, as you looked around, found a corpse exploded? You were definitely hurt by this, and you still have a door. And remember, the closet, Gibson said this is where the Lady Catfolk comes in and out. Yeah. So obviously she must be coming from the door. So
do you have any of that, like an elixir or something we can take there, Omi?
Oh, why don't you guys use that one power we got, that reflection of life power?
Oh yeah, yeah, milk of magnesia. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Reflection.
think. Yeah, Joe doesn't have that actually, because that was actually before,
Reflection of life. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
You guys
It
got
all
that
do,
from the well, actually from the Aeon Tower when you guys saved it from the Zolgath there. Wah, wah.
So that would be 3 fast healing 3 for 1 minute. Fast healing 3 is what, every round? So
Yep.
it's what, 36? It runs for.
So 30. It would give you 30 hit points back if you wait a minute. Wait the full minute.
Oh yeah.
You gotta
30.
reflect though. Reflect on life.
Do we get the 18 that we took back?